alien schoolyard bully grabbed a human, chaos unleashed instantly. The academy's courtyard was usually loud with chatter, the sounds of dozens of species mingling, studying, or showing off small tricks of their physiology to impress others. But today, a silence fell across the center ring. Because the bully had chosen his target. Thrak of the Ozak stood a full head taller than most cadets, his armored plates gleaming in the pale sunlight. He was infamous for throwing his weight around, literally shoving weaker cadets into walls, demanding tribute from the smaller species, and mocking anyone who dared challenge him. And today, his clawed hand closed around the collar of a human. The courtyard froze. The human, Daniel, was new. A quiet boy, pale from Earth's weaker star compared to many alien suns, with wiry arms and an unassuming posture. He wasn't one of the brash humans, the ones who liked to boast about deathworld survival. He kept to himself, studied quietly, and ignored Thrak's previous taunts, which only made him the perfect target. Thrak lifted him off the ground with ease, sneering. Pathetic. They say your kind are deathworlders. I see nothing but fragile prey. Gasps ran through the crowd. Even the instructors watching from the balconies leaned forward, ready to intervene but hesitant. Academy policy was to allow cultural conflicts to resolve naturally, unless lethal force was imminent. Daniel dangled in Thrak's grip, legs kicking slightly. His expression didn't change. He just stared at the Ozak with steady, unsettlingly calm eyes. You sure you want to do this? He asked quietly. The bully laughed, mandibles clicking. Hear him. Still pretending he's dangerous. He tightened his grip. What will you do, pray? Whimper. Beg. The human smiled. No. But you'll regret it. And then chaos hit. No one saw the exact movement. 1 second Daniel was dangling, the next he twisted, how, no one could follow. Suddenly he was on the ground, free, and Thrak was staggering back, clutching his wrist with a roar. The crowd gasped. What did he, a Corey cadet whispered. Daniel straightened, rolling his shoulders as though shaking off stiffness. His voice was calm, but it carried. Rule 1, don't grab a human. Thrak snarled and lunged again, furious. His armored bulk crashed forward like a charging beast. Daniel didn't run. He sidestepped, caught the Ozak's momentum, and pivoted. Instructors gasped as the massive cadet slammed into the dirt, cracking stone tiles beneath him. Daniel didn't even look winded. Rule 2, momentum is our friend, not yours. The bully scrambled up, rage overtaking caution. His claws lashed out, sharp enough to gouge steel. Daniel ducked under one swing, let the second pass over his head, and then stepped inside the Ozak's reach. A sharp movement of his elbow met plated ribs. Thrak wheezed, stumbling back again. The courtyard was no longer silent. Cadets shouted, some cheering, others crying warnings. A few recorded with their datapads, realizing this would spread across the academy within hours. Thrak tried one more time, his roar echoing across the open air. He raised both arms to slam down. But Daniel slipped low, caught one leg, and twisted. The Ozak crashed down hard, face first, the impact shaking the ground. Dust and pebbles scattered. And then it was over. Daniel stepped back, calm as ever. His chest rose and fell, but there was no fear in his eyes. Only cool control. Thrak groaned, dazed, pinned by his own bulk. Daniel glanced around at the stunned crowd. His voice was still calm, but colder now. You think deathworlders survive because we're bigger? Stronger? He shook his head. No. We survive because we end fights. Quickly. Before they spiral. And we don't forgive people who put hands on us without consent. The cadets stared, processing his words. Some were pale with fear. Others looked at him with dawning respect. One of the instructors finally descended, claws tapping the stair rail as she approached. "Enough," she said firmly. "This demonstration is concluded." She looked at Daniel. "Cadet. Explain." Daniel shrugged lightly. "He grabbed me." I responded. "Where I come from, you don't let someone bigger than you keep control of the situation. That's how you don't come home." Thrark groaned again but didn't rise. For the first time since arriving at the academy, the notorious bully looked small. The instructor studied Daniel for a long moment, then nodded slowly. "Noted. Humans have interesting instincts." Word of the fight spread faster than plasma through dry brush. By evening, every cadet knew. The Ozak bully had been put down not by force fields, not by authority, but by the smallest, quietest human in the intake class. And those who laughed at humans before stopped. Because they now understood a truth. Grab a human, and you don't unleash your dominance. You unleash chaos.